Obviously, losing always hurts, but the good thing about NBA is always we have the next game very soon. So for me, um, obviously it stung while we were back in the right after the game, but this is how it goes. Some guys have spectacular nights unexpectedly, and you have to live with it.
Joe blamed the loss on himself to us for the last couple of plays. Did he share that with you guys when he was talking to you? And how did that conversation go?
Yeah. He right away. He just walked in the locker room. That's what he said. Which it's not that we agree with that, but he just took it on himself, and that was the only thing he said post game, and we just brought it in, and that was it.
How do you react to that when a coach takes accountability like that and just kind of says it's not your guys' fault, this one was on you?
I mean, it's what's my reaction?
Yeah.
I mean, Joe is that type of person. He'll always take accountability first, and then look at what everybody else can do better. And I think he just, he's probably very very always keeps it real with himself. And that was the first thing that came to his mind, and he just said it. So no, but it's this is what he expects from us. So he's the first one to be the one to admit it.
I feel like this was your first bout of dealing with foul trouble since you've been back. How do you balance that, like maintaining your aggressiveness, especially the way you guys want to play defense, with that? And I know they call it differently from night to night. But
but just have to be smart. Especially once I was in a little bit of foul trouble, they try to attack you even more. So then it gets even tougher. So just some small reach-ins, or a little bit like half a step late here. The defender can draw it, running into me, draw the foul, and that's just some of the things I can avoid and do a little bit better, and hopefully avoid that towards the second half and towards the end of the game.
So your opinion, your tech got rescinded. What they say that you did, and did you agree with it? I mean, you came over, you motioned to the crowd, so they loved it.
Yeah.
But so you maybe regret having it rescinded. But what's your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, honestly, I didn't even. As I got the putback, I didn't even see him there. I was just running back, and there was some contact. I didn't think there's different angles of the cameras. Some look worse, some look better. But honestly, you could see. So as I'm running, I wasn't looking at him where I'm looking for him. He was just in my way, and he got bumped, and that was it. I think it's fairly rescinded.
Kristaps, how much more comfortable do you feel in your second year here, using your voice, kind of speaking up if there's something you don't like, even if you feel like things are going well, saying that, it feels like you're a little more vocal this year. Would you agree?
I mean, we honestly, this is because also we're a team that's very experienced. These guys have been to the playoffs many times. They've been together for a long time, and there's not a lot to say, honestly. There's, when you're a young team and you have guys, younger guys, that there's a lot to for them to learn. There's much more to say. Here on this team, I feel like as I came in, I was like, these guys know how to play basketball, So there's no reason to force it, but it's true that also sometimes we lack a little bit communication as a team, and we need to talk more, whatever it is, So I think that part we can improve for sure. We have a pretty chill and relaxed locker room, but sometimes we need a little bit, a little more, being more vocal as a group, and I think we're getting better at that this season.
What's that like for you? You're still one of the newer guys, but you've been here for a little longer at this point. Is it easy for you? Is it natural?
I think it's there's no, as I said, there's no reason to force it. I want to do this, do that. It's just, if it's there, something to say, we have to say it. That's all it is, and just not be afraid to if we need to call each other out, or if whatever it is that we have to say it, and that's how we get better. That's how we actually have each other's back at the end of the day. When you say what's on your mind, and okay, we go past that, and we play as a group. So it's important. It's important that we all do it, for sure.
You guys have already lost a lot more games at home than you did all of last season. Is that something that you guys address as a team? It's time to kind of sharpen that up. What do you think has gone wrong at home Whereas on the road, you guys have still been really good.
Good question. Just I mean, we haven't been like, we haven't. I don't know. Honestly. I mean, as I said before, like most of last season, except for maybe a few exceptions, we look like, a lion, and so some of these games we've cruised a little bit too much, and then somebody can steal one from you, and then, maybe at home we're not as invincible anymore, but we'll get it back. We're on our way to get it back, and of course it's a little bit frustrating, and of course everybody expects us to win every game, which we also do, but it's just the reality, and we're gonna get it back. We're fighting to get it back, and I think the luck hasn't been on our side for most part of the season. Like I just saw a tweet also of the amount of players that have set their three-point records this year, this 2025. So I think at the end everything will even out a little bit, and we'll go on a nice run, and as I keep saying, we'll peak at the right moment.
You guys
Zach,
obviously have plenty of experience with different guys going in and out of the lineup this season, but how difficult is the adjustment when something like with Al happened the other night, where it's kind of right before the game, you realize you're not going to be with somebody that you expected to have?
Yeah, no, honestly, it's unexpected because it's Al. No, Al is so reliable. But at the end, like, of course, we miss Al out there every night. He's not maybe out there, but that's the good thing about our group. Like Luke can step in, Nimi is always ready. I'm healthy, so we have the firepower to just fill that spot in, and Al's leadership is not only on the court, but he's also when he's just around the bench and talking to us and stuff. He's already gives us so much.